I just want to start out by saying, as of right now, I truly don't know exactly what caused this failure. I just now called the machine shop, and they told me that they pressure checked it, which is what I wanted them to do. They told me they pressure checked with 40 pounds, which is obviously a lot higher than what the cooling system would have been putting out anyways. They pressure checked it and said that they found absolutely nothing. So that leaves why the valve guides were like wet all the way around it. I don't know what could have caused that. The only thing that they told me that they found was that the cylinder surface, so like the actual like circle part of where the cylinder seats with the head, they told me that that general area was warped. Everything else is fine. So obviously I told them that I had the head surfaced before I put it together, like 10 hours before it blew up. They told me that our area was warped, and they told me they took off 2 to 3 thousandths. I don't know the exact amount. They just told me that was his estimate. He took off that amount, and they said that when they did that, everything was lined up, wasn't warped or anything. They told me that they looked it over and didn't find anything else. That's the only thing that they found. So I don't know what caused all of the coolant into the cylinder or why everything was wet. Like even when I tore it down, had a bunch of coolant inside of it. I don't know. I can't explain something that I don't truly know about, to be honest. So I don't know if somehow like the machine shop I first took it to didn't get it fully surfaced and they didn't check for warpness before they gave it back to me, or somehow that cheap head gasket didn't have a strong enough ring around the cylinder or something like that. Cheap materials, I don't know. So if you have any idea of what it could have been, let me know. But they told me as of right now the head looks fine, so I'm going to buy me an OEM head gasket and hope that that solves my issue for now at least. So if it blows up after that, obviously there's some bigger issue that we're all missing. But they told me that they've had this several times where they said the head gasket looked fine, but they said that it was warped all the way across the head, and they said that they would have never known unless they had it checked by them. So now I'm just going to show you the videos of me tearing it down of like what I noticed as I tore it down. So maybe someone can give me some insight of what happened, if it was just the head gasket, or if the machine shop did a poor job, the first machine shop did a poor job, or something. Because I'm honestly clueless. I'm just banking on if they say it's okay, it's okay. Even though it's not that dirty, you guys keep complaining, so I guess I'm going to wash it for once. I hope y'all are happy. Well, I hope that's good enough, because that's the best it's going to get for probably a long time. First thing I'm going to do is drain the oil out of here, just see if I see like any coolant mixed in with this, or even like metal shavings, which I hope to not find whatsoever. But I'm also going to take the oil reservoir tank off of there, and there's a filter also in there that I'm going to check and make sure it's clean. And I also noticed that my coolant reservoir is completely empty. Obviously, whenever it blew the head gasket, that little overflow hose that's right there, it was literally spewing out coolant everywhere, so there's obviously no coolant left in it. I haven't even popped the radiator cap to see if there's any coolant left in it, but I'm going to be not surprised if there's none left in it. So, time to get working. Well, looks like the head gasket honestly looks pretty fine to me. There is quite the coolant down on the inside, as you see. So that's been sitting ever since it blew. So, starting to see some more expensive issues here. At least I guess the only good outcome of this, even with this cheap head gasket on here, still looks like it's brand spanking new, both sides of it. And also, the piston still reaches top dead center, like completely flush with it. So that at least tells me that the rod is not bent, which is a good thing. But I'm going to be inspecting that head to see all the damage to it. Well, I just taken all the valves out, and 2 of the 3 intake valves have small spots of coolant on top of the valve, and 2 of them, the same 2, have coolant on their stems as well. But after taking the valve out, as you can see, it's wet in there. So maybe the guides, something in the guide, I don't know. See the middle one, this one here, actually had coolant on it. You can kind of see it in there, but it doesn't have like a little, like a drainage for like how this one is. But yet this one over here, which is completely dry, looks like it has a drain, but the valve was dry. That's what I don't understand. Something's strange here. I don't know exactly what happened here. The exhaust one though, the one exhaust one, both of them, look dry on the inside. Both of them. But I still don't understand why exactly one of the exhaust valves is dirty, like white, and the other one is not. So please, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, especially if you know anything about this or like have had this happen to you, please let me know. I would like to have some insight on this. So if you'd like some more videos like this, please subscribe.